sun refused to shine, I would still be loving you. If mountains crumble to the sea, baby, there would still be you and me. Hey. Kind woman, I give you my all. Kind woman, nothing more. Little drops of rain, whisper of the pain, tears of love lost in the days gone by. My love is strong, with you there is no wrong. Together we shall go until we die. Happiness, no more being sad. Happiness, I'm glad. And so today my world, it smiles. Your hand in mine, we walk the miles. Thanks to you, you know we'll be done, baby, baby, oh yeah. 'Cause you to me are the only one, the only one, the only one, oh yeah. Young woman, I give you my all. Young woman, nothing more.
To memorize your vows.
The sun refused to shine. It's late in the evening. She's wondering what clothes to wear. She'll put on her makeup and brushes her long blonde hair. And then she'll ask me, do I look alright? And I'll say yes, you look wonderful tonight. We'll go to a party and everyone turns to see this beautiful lady walking around with me. And then she'll ask me, I'll say yes. I feel wonderful tonight. And I feel wonderful because I see the love light in your eyes. And the wonder of it all is that you just don't realize how much I love you. It's time to go home, and I've got an aching head, so I'll give her the car key, and she'll help me to bed, and then I'll tell her as I turn out the light, I say, my darling, you were wonderful tonight. Oh, my darling, you were wonderful.
afternoon, everybody. We are going to get started, but before we do, a couple little housekeeping items. One is we'd like to make sure that everyone's phone is on silence. And actually, since there's a lot of Apple employees here, probably your watches too. So, and I figure, as well as I'd like to try to minimize the number of pictures and things that people are taking so that everyone can just enjoy the ceremony. Good. Looking good.
Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. I say it's alright. Comes the sun. Here comes the sun. I say it's alright.
Thank you.
Na 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 na. Had it been another day, I might have looked the other way. Dream of her tonight. Da 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 da. Oh, falling. Yes, I am falling, and she keeps calling me back again. Oh, falling. Yes, I am falling, and she keeps calling me back again. I have never known. Missed things and kept out of sight. But other girls were never quite like this. Da 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 da. Oh, falling, yes I am falling, and she keeps calling me back again. Oh, falling, yes I am falling, and she keeps calling me back again.
Everyone can be seated. You guys are going to make me cry. Oh, good afternoon, everyone. What a picture-perfect day, and such a beautiful couple. As Jason and Meena wrote on their website, we're so excited to celebrate with you. They both wanted a gathering of family and friends and joyous hearts to celebrate their love for one another. I want to thank everyone here for coming. I know many of you have come from a long distance to join us here today, and Meena and Jason are truly grateful. And how appropriate, as each of you here today has given something of yourself into Meena's and Jason's lives. Most meaningfully, each of you has given your love, friendship, encouragement, and support. How truly wonderful it is then that you are here as a part of this celebration. A big heartfelt welcome to you all. My name is David Rogan, and I worked with Meena and Jason at Apple for several years. It is a privilege and an honor to be officiating this wedding ceremony here today. We work together in good times, we work together in challenging times, and we've worked together through a few bad times as well. So I think it's pretty safe to say that I know Meena and Jason pretty well. One of the things I stressed as a manager was the importance of working cross-functionally together with teamwork and collaboration. In my wildest imagination, I would have never thought that Meena and Jason would have taken that concept so personally, so seriously, and to such an extreme. But here we are at their wedding. I think that's got to be seen as the ultimate in teamwork and collaboration. As is so frequently and unfortunately the case in life, there are those for whom both Jason and Meena care deeply, but who cannot be here to witness and celebrate their love and commitment for one another. This is especially true for Jason's grandfather, Ron, and Meena's grandmother, Rukmani, who have recently passed away and cannot be here. So Meena and Jason would like to have a moment of silence for their beloved grandparents and for all those who have so lovingly enriched Jason's and Meena's lives, but are no longer with us. Thank you. I wanted to give a shout out to Meena and Jason's parents, and to all the parents really here today. As a father, I have given a lot of thought to the tireless and never-ending job of parenting. Maybe some of you have had similar thoughts or experiences. You see, after reading many books on the subject, I thought that parenting was something that would be relatively easy, as long as I followed the respected advice of all the experts and all of the well-intentioned, unsolicited advice I received from others. Of course, after 30 to 35 years of parenting, I was unceremoniously disabused of that illusion by my 4 children. I realize now that parenting is more art than science and should be done with only the most patient and understanding and loving heart. Unfortunately for my own children, I only came to this realization after they became adults. As parents, we do our best. It is the one job we do for the rest of our lives. Worrying, advising, wanting what is best for our children. We parent continuously, in many ways driven by the desire to help our children find happiness. As parents, we wonder if our children ever really hear us or understand where all that concern for them comes. I assure you they do hear us, and they are thankful for that love and concern deep down, even if belatedly so, and even if annoyed by that concern at the present time. I know Meena and Jason have heard you and love and respect you as parents, as I myself have oftentimes been encouraged at my own age to make good choices. A simple phrase filled with love and caring that was passed on to Meena by her own parents and now passed on to me from Meena. I guess she felt I had a need for that type of reminder. So I speak for Jason and Meena when I thank you, Terry and Vince, and Gita and Dilip, for all you have done for them and for the love and support you have given them through the years. So, a little section on what is love. I think I see it right before me. For all of those who care about you, it means so much to see you both so happy and to share the unbridled joy of this time with you. We can all feel your love for each other and see that you are passionate about one another. The warmth and happiness you are sharing right now just naturally surrounds everyone near you and each of us here today. But what is love really? In the absence of any original thought on my part about the subject, maybe it would be best if we look to Shakespeare, and perhaps most appropriately to the play Romeo and Juliet, a story of a forbidden love between two young people. Juliet declares, "My bounty is as boundless as the sea. My love is deep. The more I give to thee, the more I have, for both are infinite." What does this quote tell us, other than the fact that they clearly spoke a little differently in the 1500s? I think the quote tells us much about the nature of love and is also very hopeful. We learn that you cannot control for whom you fall in love. We are also prompted to contemplate that perhaps love is the only thing in life any of us can give, where the more we give, the more we have to give. As Juliet says, love itself is infinite. And of course, we know the play ends tragically for the two lovers, not because of some failing of love, but precisely because of the purity and depth of Romeo and Juliet's love for one another. At the conclusion of the play, we understand finally that each of the lovers love the other more than they love their own self. And as we are in Monterey, it is only appropriate that we share some thoughts about love from John Steinbeck, who spent much of his life in Monterey Bay surrounded by the beauty that we see here today. As Steinbeck wrote to his son in a letter, "If you are in love, that's a good thing. That's about the best thing that can happen to anyone." Yes, love is the best thing that can happen to anyone. Love is essential, as it nurtures each of us, mind, body, and soul. It is the most true nutrient and key element of life. In my mind, being in love is truly the best place anyone can be. The romantic in me, and of course I'm a finance manager, so there's not much of that, but the romantic in me loves to read these passages, as it reaffirms all that is the best of love. It is the best of love that brings out the best in each of us, helping us to be kind and gracious and noble. Most importantly, the best of love is the perfect foundation for Meena's and Jason's new life together, as they voluntarily commit in front of all of us here today to share their love with one another in marriage for the rest of their lives. Through my own experience, I know it can be very easy to fall in love. It's the staying in love that can be more challenging. But here again, we are helped by the awesome resiliency of a committed love, which hopes all things, believes all things, and endures all things. I believe love is intentional, which means that each of us can make love happen every day for ourselves and for our loved ones just by choosing to do so and acting out of love every day. I am witness to this intentional love each time I am able to spend time with Meena and Jason. As Shakespeare knew so well, words do matter. The words they wrote, just as the words you choose to say and the way you choose to say them to one another, are so important to your future relationship and the fullness of your love. May you choose your words carefully, and may they always come from the love in your hearts that both of you so fully and willingly share for each other today. My hope for you, Meena and Jason, is that you share your love for one another with abandon, for all time, sometimes by simply following the desire in your hearts that you feel so strongly today, and at other times, making your love intentional by emphatically choosing to love one another at all times, nurturing each other's mind, body, and souls forever. And now to the good parts. Well, the very essence of a wedding ceremony is the union of two people. It is also about the blending together of families, family traditions, and in many instances, the melding of different cultures. Remember, as you make this commitment, a true reflection of the strength of your love and the promise to love one another always. Your lives become bonded together. Also remember, you will remain unique individuals. While marriage symbolizes the sharing of two lives, this sharing need not, nor should not diminish either of you as individuals. Rather, it should support and enhance the individuality of each of you. A marriage that endures is the one that leaves a little room for each partner to explore and grow. Remember, too, that love is patient and kind and does not insist on its own way. So if life's day-to-day distractions and irritations make you misplace your love or patience for one another from time to time, remember, a little humor can always help, even in the most trying of times. And I know you both do that so well. With this in mind, I did want to share a little story with you. I recently had dinner with Meena and Jason, talking about work, the wedding ceremony, and other stuff, when I suddenly asked Jason out of the blue what he liked most about Meena. Without hesitation, Meena jumped in immediately and stated, obviously, everything. Make it obvious. And it's still true. Making us all laugh. Jason then followed up just as quickly by adding, and her humility, of course. All part of a loving flow of the conversation. Now, anyone who knows Meena knows that this mostly serious and playful banter and unabashed humility is unapologetically Meena. And equally, Jason's quick, thoughtful, good-intentioned, and humorous retort is exactly who Jason is at his core. It was clear to me that both Meena and Jason knew each other very well and loved and respected one another as individuals. And I thought at that moment, what a wonderful, precious gift it was that each of them loved and respected the other for exactly who they were, unvarnished, without pretense. Please remember, having that very special love in your lives that you now clearly share with each other can make up for a great many things that may otherwise be missing. Conversely, as I'm sure many of us here have experienced, if you do not have that special love in your life, you will feel wanting or even empty, no matter what else you may have. You would certainly not know the happiness you feel so abundantly right now. So having that special love in your life, just like the words you choose to speak to one another, will nurture and fulfill your love your whole life long. Cherish each other, and that love always. We are here today to celebrate the love that Meena and Jason share, and to give social recognition to what they have already committed to in their hearts. To accept one another fully, just as they are, to love each other as husband and wife, and to share each other's lives. Meena and Jason, remember that the bond you are making here today is a spiritual bond, stronger than any piece of paper issued by church or state. It is a living bond, requiring your intentional care and nurturing over time. With that intentional care and nurturing, the both of you and your love for one another will naturally flourish for the rest of your lives together. To begin the ceremony, Meena and Jason wanted to place jamalas, or garlands, around each other's necks. This tradition represents the first time the bride and the groom are joined together in an Indian wedding. It is also a physical representation of consent between the bride and the groom for the marriage, and a symbol of welcoming one another into each other's family. I'll give you that. Hold on a second, I'll give you yours. Yes. Jason, would you like to place the garland? thank God you guys didn't kiss. It was going to be a little too early.
I know.
What a wonderful tradition. So moving and melding of cultures. And now, Meena and Jason have prepared their own vows and will share those vows with us now. Meena, would you like to start? You don't need to.
All right. He's mic'd. He's
Yeah,
mic'd.
he's mic'd.
Double mic'd.
Oh, very good. So you guys can hear me.
Just look right here.
Jason, from the moment I first met you, I have always been struck by just how good of a person you are. You're so kind and thoughtful. And you take the time to reflect. And you live your life with intention. And I love every single thing about you, from the way that you think about things, to the way that you laugh, to the way that you sniffle. And when I'm with you, you have this way of making the whole world around me reduce to a hum. And I have this feeling of peacefulness and content that I never really thought I could feel. You have this way of knowing exactly what I need, even before I do. And you have this way of knowing exactly how and when to support me, even when I don't think I need it. And you always know how to make me laugh. And we've put a lot of that to the test over the last few years. So it's with great certainty that I can stand here today and say that you are the only person in the whole world that I'd ever want to live through a pandemic with, or merge families with, or do any of the other crazy things that we seem to find ourselves doing. Because when we're together, I feel like we can do anything. And I think we have a really good time trying to do it. And at the end of the day, it's that feeling I get when I look in your eyes, that feeling where the whole world melts away, that reminds me of what's important. And so, my promises. I promise to speed up my coffee drinking so that I have at least one sip before you're done with the whole cup. And I promise to be supportive as you scroll past the multitude of positive reviews, to focus on the 6 one-star reviews anytime we try to go anywhere or do anything or buy anything. And I promise that, especially when we've been trying to find something to watch on TV, and very especially when you make suggestions based on things that I said that I want to watch, and I say I do want to watch them, but maybe not that night, that when we do find something, I will try my very hardest to stay awake for longer than the opening credits. And most importantly, I promise to be your partner in life, to encourage you, to challenge you, to support you, and above all, to accept you for who you are unconditionally.
Oh, that was beautiful, Meena. And Jason, your turn.
Oh, jeez. You didn't look at any notes at all. Whew.
Look alive.
Set the bar high over here.
Own the room.
When we first met, I was simply and utterly mesmerized. I was drawn to your passion, exuberance, and intelligence. I'm not sure I can describe how I felt about you at the time. I just know that every day we talked was better than the ones we didn't. I also remember, at times, being quite bewildered. No more evident than that one fateful morning in Austin, when you pivoted from talking about financial statements to asking me what type of animals we should have the petting zoo at our joint birthday party. You're always so unapologetically you. Over the course of the next few years, we went from being birthday buds to being each other's person. We traveled together, we moved in together, shared a lot of laughs, and a few cries along the way. It's easy for me to say that during that time you've made me a better man. The truth is, you've made me a better human, a better friend, a better partner, a better father. I am more confident, more present, and more appreciative of every aspect of life because of you. I sometimes find it hard to imagine that two people could be so perfectly made for each other. We complement and contrast each other in all of the best ways. So I'm so humbled to stand in front of you today and hold your hand and tell you that you are my lobster.
Oh my God.
It's a Friends reference. To be standing in front of our closest family and friends and saying that I choose you. I choose you to share happiness with. I choose you to grow with. I choose you to have a family with. I choose you to love forever. You're an extraordinary life partner, an amazing bonus mom to me and Mason. We're so lucky to have you in our lives. So I promise to you that no matter how fast you fall asleep, I will continue to gently rub your back. Even if you fall asleep 10 minutes in to a show it took us 15 minutes to watch. I promise to catch any spiders and safely release them outside. I promise to remember there's a difference between smoked paprika and just paprika. Who knew? And most importantly, I promise to be your partner in life, to encourage you, to challenge you, to support you, and above all else, to accept you for who you are, unconditionally.
Thank you, Jason. Well, those were beautiful vows. And so heartfelt and so loving. And a little bit humorous, too. So what's this thing about the lobster? Is that on the setting scene? But thank you so much for sharing that with us today. As you agree to your vows and exchange your rings, remember that they are a symbol of your love and commitment you are both making here today. So Jason, do you choose Meena to be your lifelong companion, to share yourself openly with her, speak truthfully and lovingly to her, to accept her fully as who she is, and delight in who she is becoming, to respect her uniqueness, encourage her fulfillment, and compassionately support her through all the changes of your years together?
I absolutely do.
You may now place the ring on Meena's finger as a sign
Of my undying commitment of love to you.
It's beautiful. Meena, do you choose Jason to be your lifelong companion, to share yourself openly with him, speak truthfully and lovingly to him, to accept him fully as he is and delight in who he is becoming, to respect his uniqueness, encourage his fulfillment, and compassionately support him through all the changes of your life together?
I do.
You may now place the ring on Jason's finger as a sign of
Undying
your
commitment.
My
commitment.
undying commitment and love for you.
Oh, perfectly moving and loving.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
He still likes to make us work.
There's a lot going on, and you guys are doing great. And now, Jason and Meena, with the blessing of all of us here, it is with great happiness and joy that I can now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Ready? All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is truly a great honor for me to present to you for the very first time, Meena and Jason, wife and husband. And Meena and Jason, may you go in peace and love, and remember always to make good choices. As we finish up, Meena and Jason would like the families to stay seated for pictures, and everyone else can go and enjoy cocktails up on the veranda and the deck. So thank you all very much.
I love you more.
To introduce our bride and groom, so please find your seats. We're going to introduce the happy couple and get started with dinner momentarily. right, ready?
Yeah. Oh, Dad.
Just make sure everybody gets their little.
30, 29, 28.
All right. Ready? 5:55. All right. You guys are gonna.
At some point.
It only takes time to love comes to
All right, are you guys ready to welcome our bride and groom? Ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, please stand and show some love to the newlyweds, Meena and Jason. And before we get started with dinner, Meena and Jason just wanted to say a few words.
Hey everyone. We just wanted to say thank you guys all so much for being here with us today. It means so much to us, especially for everybody that traveled from so far. It means the world to us. We wanted to give a special thank you to our families who are all right here. They were incredibly supportive through all of this kind of crazy planning process. And wanted to give a special thank you to Amma and Cassandra and all the people that are here tonight and the people that are right in my face right now. We could not have done any of this without them. So if you guys see them, please, give them some love. All right. Thank you so much. Enjoy dinner.
Okay.
I have time.
All right, there's a lot of talking back there. I'm not sure what's going on. And I was going to do this speech, but after 2 minks and a glass of wine, I'm not sure how it's going to go. But then I thought, hey, wait a second, you guys had about the same amount of alcohol, so should be good. What's the matter? What's going on?
Nothing.
All right. I tell you. So look, I'm going to read, so I don't forget. The first thing is I have the distinct pleasure of kicking off the speeches tonight, as you know. Firstly, a very, very warm welcome to all of you as we celebrate this very, very special occasion. It's really good to have you all here, especially given the times that we're in with COVID, etc. We had some scares and that sort of thing. So thank you for everyone making the trip, especially for the East Coast crew that's here that had a little scare in Wyoming. We'll talk a little bit more about that later. So the next one up is David. Where's David? Oh, there he is. All right. David, thank you so much for presiding over the ceremony earlier. We had a very nice chat afterwards. Very well done. Thank you. But even more important than the deal today, you have been a mentor and a friend to my Meena over the years, and we talked a little bit about that, and we are extremely grateful for that. With being in the East Coast, me being in London and things like that, it's really good to know that there is a nurturing ecosystem here at Apple, I think, the Apple tables back there, taking care of my Meena. So that was really comforting over the years, so thank you for that. Yeah. A special shout out to my peeps. Now, who are they? It's this table right here, with the 2 heat lamps. They're from Florida. These guys right here. All cuddled up. I'm surprised they're not in a group hug sort of thing. That's this one over here, and then there's this one over here, which is from the other side of the family.
Yes.
Yeah, the good side. Woohoo! Still heat lamps, but they're eating. So a few words for the couple. First, Jason. I have to be honest. I think Jason and I have had few interactions. I would love to have more interactions, but we've had the few that we've had have been really awesome. And today, in particular, Jason and Vince and Mason invited me to a haircutting event. So I thought about that, and I was like, wait a second. Yeah, it's an area where I don't need a whole lot of help, or maybe I do. But it was a really good time to get to know Jason and Vince, and especially Mason. He took the most time with the hair, by the way. I had to get the spiky stuff down. Oh boy, trauma in his future. There we go. So Jason, look, the more and more I get to interact with you, it's really a pleasure. I'm looking forward to getting to know you, building and strengthening our relationship over the next coming years. So yeah, you're a good guy, I could tell, and that's good. All right. Meena. So I had this whole thing sort of written out over the years, we did with Meena, blah, blah, blah. And then, I got this coaster thing. Where is it? There's a little message that my Meena left for me. And I decided I'm going to go off track. I'll just read this to you. Because it's stuff like this that's pretty good. So anyway, I try to keep my composure. So she goes, "Dear Dad," this is, by the way, a little card with the coaster thingy. Which, by the way, I was thinking is all the states, but it's more of an East Coast, West Coast thing. I don't know if you guys figured that one out. So here we go. Dear Dad, you have been my #1 supporter, advocate, advice giver, since minute one. I wouldn't be half the person I am today without you by my side. I love you so much, and I'm so thankful to have a dad like you. Love, Meena. That's it. That's one of those, those sort of things you drop away. But that's how my relationship with Meena has really been over the years, from minute one till now. Okay. Look over there. I'm sorry. It's just been so amazing. I was in London. Meena's in San Francisco. I'd be up at 4 a.m, 8 at night, and we would talk on the phone for hours. And this would go on day after day after day. So, yeah. FaceTime, yeah. Otherwise, I would have no funds left for this. But anyway, so let me wrap this up. I'm going to turn it over to who am I turning it over to? I'm turning it over to Meena's mom, Geeta, and then Kavi, and we'll then do a little toast.
Nicely done. So, I don't know if I could top that, so I won't. But for those of you who know Meena only as an adult, I want to give you a little peek into Meena's childhood days, which was glorious isn't the word to quite describe it. So when Meena was young, she surrounded herself with books, puzzles, friends, family, and more activities than you could name. If it's Monday, it's soccer. If it's Tuesday, it's baseball. If it's Wednesday, it's swimming. She was always on the move. And the only time she sat still was when she was reading. She had more trips to the library than any one child I know. She knew all the librarians. This is Meena. And through it all, she had a system of being organized. This wedding is not just the great work of Amma, but it's Meena. If you see the organizational touches here, everywhere you look, it just speaks of Meena, because this is who she is. She was so organized. She had multiple colored pens, her neat notebooks, and everything had a place, and everything was in its place. So those of you who work with her now, if you see how organized she is, this started at a very young age. So she started when she was young, and she continues to do this to this day. I remember when she was like maybe 12, she had gone to a party and came back home, and she opened up my pantry. I'm not quite as organized as she is, so the pantry was looking somewhat messy as she was telling me about the party, and she quickly organized, labeled, and had the pantry looking like it belonged to Martha Stewart. To this day, she's still like this. If anybody ever gets to go to Meena's house, take a tour of her pantry. It's color-coded. The knives have a drawer. Everything's got a label. It's just like too beautiful for words. And this really speaks to Meena, one of the most memorable Christmas gifts on her wish list. So of course the girls always had a Christmas gift wish list, which made it very easy for us as parents. What do you think her number one gift was?
Label maker.
Label maker. Because she needed to make sure it was, which really didn't do any justice to her beautiful handwriting. So anyway, Meena's greatest gift is her impeccable memory. Anybody who talks to her will tell you this. She can remember any event with the finest of detail, from the year, the month, the day of the week, what weather it was, what she wore, and most important, if you haven't figured it out here after having dinner, what she ate. She knew what she ate all the time. So this was very important in our house. It was always about food. So as the eldest grandchild in my family, we call Meena the mayor. She has a special relationship with everyone and holds each member of her family in a special place in her heart, as you can see by her family members that came from far and wide just to celebrate this special moment with her. So it's all these wonderful features that Meena has that I see Jason is in full admiration of, and he simply lights up when he sees Meena. And as a mother, to me, the most important thing is that her husband is like, whoa, Meena's here. I'm like, you know what? That's all we need. So it was perfect for me. Also, Jason, you know, we've gotten to know him, and I have a special nickname for Jason, if you don't know. He's not Jason Momoa, but Jason Momoa to me, okay? And they're like so suited for each other. They just glow with joy when they are in each other's company, and they balance each other perfectly. So the best part about Jason is his quiet confidence and his thoughtful speech, just so balanced. Meena's effervescence. Meena's like seltzer, you know, she's just bubbly, sparkly everywhere she goes, and that never, ever stops. And the one who really enjoys that the most is Jason Momoa. So what more can a mother ask for? So we are so grateful to welcome Jason into our family, and like us, he loves to eat. So welcome, Jason.
Hi everybody, I'm Meena's sister Covey. So as you guys probably know, there's pretty good big age gap between me and my sister. It's 11 years. And so what that basically means is that Meena has been obviously my older sister, but she's like a parent to me. She's like my best friend and just a general giver of wisdom, I think, to me, which has just been absolutely wonderful. And what it also means is that from when I was young, our relationship has really been over the phone and over FaceTime, and GChat and AOL and Sporkle. I don't know if you guys know Sporkle. Great website. Doing quizzes together. So that has been much of our relationship, and it's been just absolutely wonderful. I pretty much don't remember much of what happened academically between 6th and 12th grade because I was G-chatting Meena during class and playing Sporkle and trying to memorize all the European countries to beat her because she was so quick. But, so yeah, that's been much of our relationship, really just right from when I got out of school, just calling her and just telling her about my day and hearing about hers was just really the best part of my day. And recently, I mean, this has just gone on for so long where she's just the person I call for everything. And I'm sure, because all of you guys know Meena, she's just the person you go to for everything. She is just the best, she has the best taste, has the best plan for everything, and I think recently I found myself in a bit of a situation. I was,
I'm sorry. I'm good.
So I was home alone. This was only a few months ago too. So I was home alone and I thought I smelled gas. So instead of evacuating the house, like as one might do, I called Meena and I was like, it smells terrible in the house. I don't know what to do. And she stayed on the phone with me the whole time, and the best part was that Jason was on the phone too, and he was just in the background like, hey, everything's gonna be fine. Like, I thought I was approaching death, but he was like, hey, everything's gonna be okay. And they were like, go find Llama. Llama is our cat, our amazing cat. And they told me, you know, what to do. I was hyperventilating, thinking I was close to death, dying. But they were on the phone with me the whole time. They even called someone. They were all the way in here, and I was in New Jersey, and they called someone to come to the house, which I could have easily done, but it was too stupid to do. but that has been my relationship with Meena, and that is now my relationship with Jason too. He's just, they were both so good at calming me down. I was really like not in a good place. I thought I was not, you know, I really thought the house was gonna burn down. But they were just like amazing, and it just really showed me what I always knew. They really complement each other very well. I think Meena is very, you know, bubbly, and we all know Meena is very like outgoing and just giggly, and I think Jason is a little more quiet, but they both have the same care for others, which is that they'll stay on the phone with you for the whole night if that's what you need, and that's what I needed at the time. And yeah, I mean, I think they're just amazing. And so, Meena, I'm so happy for you. Really, the second wedding I've been to in my life. And so happy to be here, and so happy to, you know, see you and Jason start your life together. And Jason, as you know, I only have sisters, so I'm not used to having a brother, and I'm so happy to have you as a brother now. I've gone to Jason for boy trouble and for many things that I can't always go to, you know, for my sisters, and he's just so good, and I'm so happy for you both. So I don't have a drink, but I'll take this empty glass. I just want to say cheers to Meena and Jason. They're, you know, we all know them both. They're both amazing, and we just wish them the happiest future. But yeah.
Here, here.
Cheers. Yeah.
All right.
All right. Give it up for Meena's family. And next I'd like to invite Jason's mother. Please welcome Terry to the microphone.
So I'm going to try and do this without crying. Not guaranteed. And I also forgot all my notes, so.
You're gonna do great.
So, you know, COVID forming a COVID circle with you guys has been a blessing that has just made our lives. And it gave us an opportunity, and we just fell in love with this beautiful, bright young woman. And we came to respect and admire you for so many reasons, but I'm allowed 2 minutes, so I'm just going to focus on the one that really hits my heart, and it's that you bring out the best qualities in both the kids and Jason, and that's truly a gift, and it warms my heart, and I just want to thank you so much for all of the playful and goofy fun and laughter we've had, and for bringing us so close together again. I really appreciate that. Okay, now I got a minute for Jason. You're not off the hook. So, as a dad, I know you get the concept of the best age. You know, when you hold your infant and your heart just melts. That's the best age. You don't want them to grow. And then you hold their hand and they sit on your lap and cuddle with you while you read. And that's the best age. And before you know it, we're sitting there you're playing baseball and skiing and bowling and even racing together at God knows what age. But for me, this is truly your best age. You are an incredible father, a wonderful son, a great friend, and you are going to be the most loving and supportive partner for Meena throughout your journey to get through life. I just know it. So my toast is this, that may you both always bring out the best qualities in each other, because you can't go wrong that way. Sorry. And may every age be your best age through your journey through life. I love you. I'm so happy that you moved on.
All right, and next we've got Jason's uncle, Carl.
Well, first off, so wonderful to meet my extended family now from New Jersey, Florida, Georgia, Texas, all over. That this wedding gave us this opportunity for all of us to be together, to let you know something, Meena, that you said during the ceremony about this unconditional love. And this is our chance, as this everyone in here that loves both you this much, to unconditionally let you know how much we love you both. And I'm so grateful that my marriage to your wonderful aunt brought me to you, Jason, and brought me to your family, which now has brought me to you, Meena. And I can't think of a greater gift you've given me. What a generous gift of this wonderful celebration that they've shared with all of us to be here together from all over, that we've gotten a chance to just get a chance to meet for this moment, to come together, to give you this blessing for the rest of your lives, and the hope and the wish that everyone here, all we care about is your happiness, and seeing how you are and how wonderful you are to each other is inspiring to all of us. And I'm so grateful to be in your lives, and we're the ones that live 20 minutes away from them, so I feel very fortunate, but I can tell you, I know, but I can tell you that from our family, that 20 minutes means for everybody here that we're there for them, whatever they need, whenever they need that, because I know how much you love these two, and that we're going to really appreciate you coming by the fort with these kids that already know you're going to deal with the fort. Yeah, they're ready for the Boulder Creek Fort, and then whatever your future lies. But all we wish, and if you don't mind raising this glass real high, for everything and anything wonderful to you two that you both deserve, and how much you deserve each other. What a wonderful gift. So all the best to you both. Much love. And to all your family. Cheers, cheers.
And now we're going to hear from a few of Meena and Jason's friends. First, welcome Timo.
Okay. Hello, everybody. My name is Timo, and I am a friend of Meena's here in the Bay Area. I met Meena a few years ago through my husband, Alex, and I'm very pleased to report that after several years of ribbing, mountainous depth marches passed off as hiking, and the often painful attentions of my cat Navi, Meena and I have somehow managed to stay good enough friends that I'm asked to speak here today. Hashtag blessed. As we all know, Meena is a force of nature, a maelstrom of excitement, kindness, creativity, and brilliance. All at once, all the time. Full stop. But I think what has defined and sustained our friendship most over these years is her intense loyalty. A few months ago at my wedding, Meena gave a speech in which she remarked, oh so casually, that when she met me and Alex, she decided that then and there that the three of us just had to be friends. Psst. Most people stop doing that at kindergarten. But that's Meena for you. She vibes with you, decides nonchalantly that you are her people, and that's that. And then for the rest of your friendship, every day, rain or shine, she shows up being just the kind of friend you need at that moment. And that would be impressive and inspiring enough if I just saw that in my relationship with her, but I see that in every single relationship in her life. Meena is truly a wonder and a blessing. And this is one of the reasons why Jason is so good for Meena. Because I've seen firsthand how he provides Meena the same support and constancy that she gives everyone else in her life. I remember hearing Meena talk early on in our friendship about Jason, and I could tell from the get-go that she had a very special kind of trust and confidence in him, even though they were just good friends. Mm-hmm. And once you see them together, this just makes sense. Jason absolutely adores Meena, and in doing so, he frees Meena to be the mostest Meena ever. If you have the opportunity to browse the shelves of Meena's old San Francisco apartment, you will have found a stunningly high-minded literary collection that features many iconic aspirational partnerships. Harry Potter and Ginny Weasley, Jim and Pam, Ross and Rachel. Meena and Jason rise above all of these, simply because of how they both dedicate the whole of themselves to their relationship, and in doing so, bring out the best of each other at the same time. I'm so honored, excited, and just plain happy to be celebrating that rare kind of love with both of them here today. To many years of bliss for Meena and Jason.
Next up, we'll hear from Elise, a friend of Meena and Jason's.
It's very tall. So my name's Elise, and for those of you who don't know me, I've been lucky to count Meena as one of my closest friends for the last 6 years. When Meena and I first met, we bonded quite quickly over two things. The first of which is that we had somehow managed to follow each other around the country, literally, from northern New Jersey to WashU in St. Louis, to Chicago, and then to San Francisco, not meeting until the last stop. And second, our love of lazy nights spent in watching TV shows and eating ice cream, pizza, and far too many breakfast burritos. But as Meena and Jason self-admitted during their vows, Meena works far too hard and far too long hours to actually stay awake for any TV show. So when I say we watch TV, I mean I watch TV with Meena passed out next to me. Though somehow she would magically wake up for the recap of every TV show, mainly previously on Westworld, where she would watch the recap, have me explain all the extra details, and then promptly pass out again to the next one. So this is just one of the many hilarious Meena moments I've acquired over the years. If you want the embarrassing ones, come find me later. When I first met Jason, he was a bit shy around me, not sure what to do. And I was a little worried he wouldn't be able to fully understand the adorable quirks that make Meena the person that I know and love. But getting to know you over the last few years, I am so happy to have been proven wrong. Meena, I'm so incredibly happy that not only have you found someone who sees your quirks, but embraces them, appreciates them, and most importantly, reciprocates them. Because if he wasn't quirky himself, he'd be quite the turkey mosterson, and we just can't handle it. On a more serious note, though, Meena, since you've been with Jason, it's the happiest, most confident, and best version of you that I've known. I'm so thrilled to see how at ease both of you are together and just how genuinely happy you are. I mean, in a room full of people, you can be in your own little world and you're just ecstatic, and I love it. And I can't wait to see how you guys continue to grow and thrive together. So to one of my longtime best friends and to my newly acquired best friend, I wish you a lifetime of happiness, adorable quirks, and love. So, to Meena and Jason. Love you guys. Of course you did.
All right, we've got one more toast, so let's give a warm welcome to Phil, a friend of Meena and Jason.
Closer. Yeah, a little advice to all you parents out there: make sure that your kids actually make their speeches before the people talking are drinking, because it's going to probably result better. Oh shit. I wrote some notes, so you got to excuse me. It's been some time since I've spoken to anybody in a room, or at least been in the presence of anybody, in people that was more than 5 people. Okay, bullet point 1, remember your name. I'm Phil, by the way. Sure, that's better. I'll come up here. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, I gotta see her.
This is gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
Great. Gorgeous, yeah. By the way, am I the only one who actually wrote my notes on actual cards as opposed to looking at my iPhone? Lord. So look, I'm Phil. I've been really fortunate to call Jason my best friend for the last 20 years, which actually saying that out loud makes us feel really, really old. I mean, I'm using note cards after all. I know it's really customary during wedding toasts to tell very embarrassing stories about either the bride or the groom, but I'm going to skip that. So if you want to ask questions about why Jason bleached blonde his hair like a Backstreet Boy in his 20s,
I've got pictures.
or well, you guys all know the bowling thing, right? You guys can ask him for that later. No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. The frosted tips are really stupid, though.
Hey, I did those.
So they were in while it was happening, but it really was awful.
But there were a few years where they weren't in.
Yeah. I've got to admit, over the last 20 years, I've seen Jason do a lot of really dumb things, and part of the reason was he was either with me or because I dragged him into it. I'm really sorry, Terry. Your son really needs to make better friends. But, no matter what the dumb thing that I seemed to get myself into, he was always there for me. And I think probably with other people in this room, if you ever got in a jam, like, you can count on Jason. He's like Mr. Reliable, Mr. Dependable. And even to the fault that he would actually sacrifice whatever his well-being is or his happiness for your own. That's just the kind of guy he is. Just like Mason does. Mason knows what's up. Hey, remember that one time where you were in the police station in Spain? Do you remember that? We were together. I told him to park in this place and we got our car impounded, and he was. You can ask him about that story later. But in any case, Jason has always been the type of person that's put other people before than himself. That's why I'm super happy to be here tonight, because Jason, my best friend in the whole wide world, you now get to be happy for yourself because you're marrying this awesome chick that's sitting next to you, right? I'm really happy that the two of you have actually met each other, gotten together. I realize that I probably know Jason a little bit longer than you, so you might not know this, and to be fair to Jason, he doesn't know this either. But honestly, the way he looks at you, he's never looked at anybody the way he looks at you, ever. I've never seen that before in his life. In fact, the way he talks about you, or talks with you, he has this really weird pitch in his voice. It's like a weird octave that, for God's sakes, I've never actually heard before. Terry, you know what I'm talking about. And I think we can all admit they work well together. You guys even do this really obnoxious thing where one of you starts a story, and then the other one just seemingly jumps in and then just starts continuing the story, and then the other one just jumps back in and then just finishes it. It's so adorable that it makes you want to vomit. It's disgusting. We all kind of wish that we had that same type of relationship with, well, my wife, but she's not here, by the way. So. Perfect.
Yeah, the video.
Perfect. But anyways, I think we can all agree to you work really so hey, listen, I am super happy that the two of you have met each other. That you two look extremely happy together, and I couldn't wish for anything more than to welcome you in the family, Meena, because it's really great to see the two of you just together, and I can't wait to see what you guys become moving forward. So I think, why don't we cut me off right here? Why don't we raise our glasses, everybody, to Meena and Jason. I hope the two of you have a lifetime of uncontrollable laughter and just a life and a love that lasts the test of time. So cheers. Cheers. All right. Now we can all drink. So there's.
All right, that's it for Toast for this evening. We're going to move on to cake cutting and dancing. So come up to the second level here, come get warm inside, and we'll get the dance party started soon.
Another woman that can take your spot, man. If I wrote you a symphony just to say how much you mean to me, would you do? If I told you you were beautiful, would you date me on the regular? Well, baby, I've been around the world, but I ain't seen myself another girl like you. This ring here represents
countryside, sitting on the grassland side by side. You could be my baby, let me make you my lady. Girl, you amaze me, ain't gotta do nothing crazy. See, all I want you to do is be my love. So don't give away my love. So don't give away my love. So don't give away. Ain't another woman that can take your spot, my love. So don't give away my love. So don't give away my love. So don't give away. Ain't another woman that can take your spot, my love.
You a love note and made you smile at every word I wrote. Would that make you wanna change your scene and wanna be the one on my team? See, what's the point in waiting anymore? 'Cause girl, I've never been more sure. Baby, I'm amazed the way you love me all the time. I'm afraid of the way I love you. Baby, I'm amazed at the way you pull me out of time. Hold me all night. Baby, I'm amazed at the way I breathe in you. Let's hear it for this beautiful couple. Let's hear it for Jason's Monterey. He's a member of the crew. That's my share a family dance with the bride and groom. All right.